What's up, everybody? Collided Truth here, bringing you all some more Battlefield 3, and today I've got a game of Rush Defense on Damavand Peak. I know my last video was with the same map as well, but this game was pretty good, so I thought I would go ahead and post it because of another reason as well. I am using the PKP, and we're going to take a look at this light machine gun and see if it's a pretty good gun, or one maybe you should kind of toss in the trash can and find a different one. Alright, so the PKP, I really don't know how in the world you say the last name. I call it the Pashang, but some of you guys out there may know exactly how to say it or call it differently. I don't really care how you say it. I just refer to it as the PKP for short. That way we don't have any kind of confusion whatsoever. It is a Russian weapon that replaces the PKM light machine gun. It's the closeness of the two names. It was in Battlefield Bad Company 2, the PKM was, so this is basically like the next generation of that weapon. To unlock the PKP for the support class, you have to get 60,000 points while playing. It has a rounds per minute fire rate of 600. That is second slowest in the support class, only to the M60, which is, I believe, a 580 rounds per minute fire rate. The ammo on this gun is 100 shots by default, but after 30 kills, you will unlock the extended mags, and you can equip them if you choose to, or run something like a tactical light flash suppressor or a normal suppressor. The reload time of this weapon is 5.5 seconds, even if you have bullets completely empty, or if you still have shots left, it will take the same time. Both ways, it does not matter. The damage of the PKP is actually the highest of any light machine gun in Battlefield 3 ever since the patch came out about a month and a half ago. So they've kind of nerfed a few of the weapons from that patch, but the PKP still remains the highest damage output among all light machine guns. Its max damage is 34 up to about 10 meters. Its minimum damage is 20, and actually it finally reaches its minimum damage at about 70 meters or a little beyond, which is the longest damage fall off of any gun as far as its distance. It hit most guns as far as LMGs go up to about 50 meters or so is when they reach their minimum damage, and the PKP is still going for that. It goes all the way to 70 before it finally hits its minimum damage. The recoil on the PKP is pretty doggone high. I mean, if you just unlock this gun and start to use it, it will feel like, whoa, this gun is just, it kicks a lot. It really does, and you may feel a little bit overwhelmed and kind of, well, I don't really want to use this gun, which, I mean, I can understand that. The first time I picked up this gun, I just put it down right away, said no thank you, I don't want to use it. But if you play like Team Deathmatch or something like that, you will get a number of kills with it. Even if you just hip fire, you will still get some kills with the gun and unlock some attachments that may help you use the gun and make it fun to play with, because sometimes guns are not fun to play with because you just don't have the right attachments on them to make them usable. The kick of the PKP is so drastic for me on burst fire that I almost do better just holding down the fire button and letting it run on full auto. I don't, I mean, I do burst fire. I try to burst fire with the weapon, but it almost seems to do better when I just hold the trigger down and just let it run on full auto. Burst fire, it just because of the kick, it feels like I'm doing better when I run full auto rather than try to control the gun by using its burst fire. My favorite setup for this weapon would be the US or Russian holographic scope. I almost prefer the Russian PKA holographic scope over the US holographic sights, but that's kind of my preference. I like to put the foregrip on here. As you know, I'm not a huge fan of bipods, and your foregrip will help your horizontal recoil a lot. And finally, I like to run this gun with extended mags as my third attachment. You can put other like laser sights. I don't really like laser sights. A tactical light, not very practical for this gun since it is a medium range weapon. Suppressor, that's not really a weapon of choice. For me, the reason why you use a light machine gun is so you can basically dish out a lot of bullets and put a lot of suppression down on your enemies. You're not doing this to be stealthy, because the machine guns are pretty loud. When they fire, you can generally hear them, so I really like to run a silenced light machine gun. I feel a bit restricted when I do that. The suppressor on the PKP will reduce the recoil, the vertical recoil, a pretty good amount. So if you really want to use this gun but are just absolutely struggling with the recoil, the suppressor on this gun will help. However, like I said, I don't really recommend it because it is a light machine gun and not something like an assault rifle. Alright, that does it for the review of the PKP. If you guys did enjoy, let me know down below with your feedback. And the rest of this video is kind of going to be a little bit of a tips about Damavand Peak and Rush Defense, because this map can be a bit of a pain sometimes. It's like either the enemy team kind of goes through it fast and that you get destroyed, or it's really the other way around where you hold them up to the first base and then that's it. This game, they pushed us back to the second base of mcoms, but we kind of stood our ground, said enough's enough. I hate losing one set of mcoms as it is, and me and my squad mates got some of the best guys out there. I love playing with you all. We kind of just put our foot in the ground and said, no way, you all are not advancing anymore, and stopped them here. They didn't get any further down on the map. But I got a few things as far as playing defense on this map. The first thing is to utilize your helicopter. You do get a chopper. I believe it's a Z11, I believe is what it is. And the scout helicopter, I would utilize that to the best of your advantage. It's a very dangerous tool when piloted by a good pilot. Another tip is to be aware of the attacker's jeep. The American team, the attackers, do get a jeep that can basically drive right through the middle and up to an MCOM room very quickly. So you can place mines down there if you want. You want to run engineer, or if you want to drop some C4 down there, anywhere where the vehicle's commonly parked at. But just be aware that they do have a jeep, and if you see it coming, do not ignore it, because a lot of times it will be full of 3 or 4 people inside there, and they'll oftentimes just drive straight up to an MCOM room, get out, go arm, and set up their defenses right away. Another tip is to stay in cover because of snipers. As you just saw a second ago, I did get taken out by a sniper. Just kind of run around staying in cover, because attackers do like to snipe, which is kind of a pain, but just kind of stay in cover as you move throughout, but also be supportive and kind of patrol the area and back up your teammates wherever you're needed. That's kind of what I like to do. I'm not someone that can sit in one spot and just kind of wait till the guys come down and shoot them. I like to move around, make sure, are you okay, got enough ammo if I'm running the support class, or anything like that. Just making sure my teammates are backed up and they have enough support behind them to make sure they don't get overwhelmed. Alright, that will do it for this video. I hope you guys did enjoy. Our squad did excellent. We did pretty well. I think the final member of our squad did join a bit late, or he had to stop something during the game. I don't exactly remember, but yeah, our squad absolutely dominated, which is what I like to see. We want to have some really good guys playing together, because it makes it a lot more fun when you do that. I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I will talk to you all next time.